Well, today is Snowmageddon Day. We got 8 to 10 inches of snow coming, and I'm out to go photograph that property that I just talked about, grabbing some lunch, a little bit of water. We're going to go out to the Dunn County area, northeastern Dunn. I have 3 parcels. I'm going to photograph at least 2. Come along, I'll show it to you. You're going to be the first to see this. They'll be on the market as quickly as I can do it. As often is the case this time of year, come on, Lucy, jump up there. Get up there. She's a little old. Come on, get up there. Weather dictates a lot of what I can do, so I'm always fighting the weather trying to get these parcels photographed and set up. And we got a doozy coming in today, so I got to get after it. So here we go. Okay, you guys know that there's a lot of things that go into what makes a good hunting property. And I'm on the edge of this one, and I want to show you a few things as I get to the property. I'm about a half mile away. Here we've got cornfields and ridges. And right over my shoulder is a wetland. I'm going to show you that too. But this adds to the value and the huntability of these properties I'm about to go to. You got to have the habitat in the neighborhood. It adds up to the quality of the deer hunting on your property. Now this parcel has a little drainage, and I'm on the edge of it right here. This is going to be the boundary of the property, and the owners will survey it because they're going to follow the edge of this drainage all the way around on the other side of the property. And one of the things I look for on these properties are timber value. And this is a nice tree here. This is about 40 inches diameter at chest height. And there's quite a bit of them, as you can see up the hillside. So there's some good timber value here. And I'm on what would be a fantastic building site overlooking the valley floor. This is really nice looking. And as you can see, there's a lot of open space. That means this timber could probably use a cut. So there's some residual value here to recoup your initial down payment. There's a lot of deer sign. Here's a heck of a deer trail coming in. There's a bed right there. And there's a couple more down that way. So a lot of deer sign. This is going to be some excellent hunting. So you guys hear me talk about stem count. And this is a good example of that. You see how open this is? I mean, you can see 150 yards all the way to the field edge. That tells me that these trees are mature and they can use the thinning. And if you do that, the sun will hit the floor and you'll get an explosion of growth and the deer hunting will improve. I want to show you guys what I know would be a killer rifle stand. I'm up on top of this point here and you can see almost, I'm going to say 180 degrees all through this valley from this vantage point. A box blind elevated right here on this spot would be a fantastic rifle stand. And you can see a long ways down in there. Come on, buddy. Okay, so now I'm off the ridge top and I'm down into a little valley. You can see there's a really nice box blind here. It looks like cedar sided, nice windows. Let's go take a look, but I'm down a little valley. This property hunts a lot bigger than you think. Let's go take a look. Really nice. Nice couch, nice easy chair. It's carpeted, great looking slider windows. Little propane heater. Tell you what, this is hunting comfort right here. Okay guys, that's parcel number 1. This is in the southeast corner of the property. Let's head to parcel number 2. Okay guys, well the temperature's dropping and I'm on parcel number 2. I had to put on the hat, my ears are freezing. So this parcel here is mostly tillable. As you can see, there's a lot of open land here. There's a little bit of timber up on that ridge right there. It basically goes to the back of the field there, and then this timber right here all goes with it. It's a strip of woods that basically follows the edge of the property. So photographs aren't going to do a whole lot for this property, but if you're looking for a nice flat tillable ground, maybe a building spot with a little bit of timber, maybe you could cut off and compartmentalize this field a little bit, plant some screening material, put some food plots up in the end, rent out this portion and have your house down here, it could be a nice looking spot. I'm gonna get a few pictures of this before I leave. I will come back when the weather is more conducive, and I will fly my drone, but I at least wanted to show you. This is parcel number 2, more open, a little bit of woods, and a little bit, and it looks like we got a hunting shack over on the corner. Okay, I'm gonna get you back in the timber here. You know, there is enough woods here that a guy could hunt. I'm definitely seeing some prints and some trails coming down in, but there's some nice trees in here, as you can see. Enough room to get up in a stand, you know, maybe get an evening sit outside your new home. It could be a nice situation. I'd characterize this probably as a an evening sit type property because there's a lot of woods. I'm betting those deer are up in those hillsides. They're bedding, and then they're working their way down through this thick stuff to the field below, and you'd have to hunt these edges. But there's definitely a lot of sign in here. Most definitely they're in here. So you just have to be a property hunt smart. Okay, I'm thinking like a deer, and I'm coming back into this thick stuff trying to see what's back here, and sure enough, lots of sign. There's a bed right here. There's a bed here. I see a couple more back here. They're definitely under this thermal cover, this little overhead cover. They're tucked back in here, looking over this field, and they're probably working their way down to the field at night to feed. So a lot of deer sign, that's for sure. A lot of deer sign. Okay guys, that's property number 2. You know, a little bit of deer sign, a little bit of timber, a lot of open field. Come in and build your dream home. You could definitely hunt this. It's buildable. I see another rub right there. This looks pretty good. And we're gonna get out of here though, because Snowmageddon's on its way, and we're on our way to property number 3. Let's go. Okay, we're at property number 3 now. And the most notable thing about this is that it's right off the road. Is a little area that is going to be a great building spot. So this is on the front end of the property. Most of the property is back there. Flat location, built a little dream shack, park a trailer. But this is valuable because when you see these building sites inside a property, not good. This is what we'd like to see. Let's get walking. I can feel the storm coming. Okay, whew. I climbed up on top of the ridge. The first thing I want to talk about is that this property is the MFL closed. It was put in the beginning of this month in 2020 in January. It was logged, and I'm going to show you some of that, but you can see the difference here. The stem count is much higher here. This is all small maple, a lot of woody browse, and that's what these deer like. And I don't know if the video is going to pick it up, but there are trails going all over in here. And this is the contrast. This is the neighboring land. You can see how open it is. These are probably log trails, but up in that timber there, it's wide open. The deer are definitely back in here because I'm seeing tracks going everywhere back in here. Super highways like this one that's right here that I'm standing on. So I hope that comes through, but a lot of deer sign. Let's keep looking. So around the property are at least 2, if not 3 of these that I've found, and there may be more. They're not in great shape, but they're definitely elevated, looking down in the valleys and strategic points. So I'm going to call this a, you know, somewhat of a turnkey setup property. I also saw a couple ladder stands last time I was here. I'll see if I can find those. Kind of a nice feature here. These ridge tops have been cleaned off. These might be excellent ridge top clover plots or maybe a brassica plot. You can see how these deer are using this ridge top, and then right down below here is a nice valley, out of the wind, a lot of stem count, high stem count meaning a lot of woody browse. I'm sure they're definitely bedded down there. Here's an example of one of these branches I just talked about. So this is a natural one. They hooked it, broke it off. It's kind of hanging here. I'll guarantee you the bucks are coming along here and they're marking this and putting their scent down. But a better way, maybe come over and grab this branch right here. This is a grapevine. Cut it off, hang it from the tree with a piece of parachute cord, and make your own licking branch here or somewhere else on the property. You know, 80 acres may seem small to some guys, but when you get into these hilly countries like we are in Dunn County, they hunt a lot bigger. And here's a perfect example. This is a ridgetop food plot. I'm up on top of the ridge, and on both sides, on that side and on this side, it drops off into the valley. You could place multiple hunters all around the edges of this spine right here, this food plot, and they're not going to see each other. Neither are the deer. They're not going to know you're on one side or the other, and there's going to be a lot more space to hunt on 80 acres. Okay, here's an example how I mean these properties hunt big. So you got the ridgetop food plot, you got the bowl on the other side, and then on this side, there's just a huge valley that you can see down in there a couple hundred yards. You can put a guy down there, put a guy up there, up top, put another one down there. They'll never know each other's are here. You know, a feature that a lot of guys maybe undervalue or just don't recognize is the fact that you have these trail systems throughout the property. These things bring value. It's great for access, obviously, but man, they save you a lot of money. They're not cheap to put in. So this property has a lot of access, and that's a good thing. You can really move around in here. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. So, folks, this is 3 different properties on one farm. We're selling off 3 parcels on one farm. They all range from about 70 acres to the one I'm on is 80 acres. One is a balance of woods and tillable, nice building spot. Number 2 was mostly tillable, a little bit of woods, nice building spot. And number 3, as you can see, is all timber. All 3 of them are for sale. The farm as a whole is in a valley, and it's about 440 acres, and it could be purchased according to the owner, although we don't have it all listed, but he would entertain offers. So if you're interested in this property, number 3, number 2, number 1, any of them, give me a call. We'll come out here. I got a little bit of everything on this one, and you're going to find something you like. So, hey, I'm Neil Hauger. I'm a land specialist with Whitetail Properties Real Estate in West Hunter, Wisconsin, the Wisconsin Landman. If I could show you one of these properties, give me a call. As always, thanks for the likes, shares, and comments. We'll see you soon.